leather, red leather, yellow leather. Okay, here we go. Nice. So you're going to share this stream with Tom, who will be here shortly. And I just sent him the link, so hopefully he will see that. And yeah, welcome, guys. Welcome. Sorry, guys, we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are here. We are here, and we are live. We're going to talk about Golden Globes. I guess they happen. I don't know. I guess Golden Globes happens every year. I don't know. I kind of have snuck into those a few times, and you know, had a good time. But there's Critics' Choice, and then there's Golden Globes. We're gonna have Tom join in and talk about it for a second. But we really what we really need to do. This is what we need to do.
It's
guys.
movie night, baby, movie.
This is what we need to do.
Movie night, baby. 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 Watch a movie and we talk about it. And we talk about it on the show. Watch a movie and we talk about it. And we talk about it on the show. Movie night. Movie night, baby. 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 Hey ho, and I guess what I do. Oh, movie night on YouTube. Hey ho, and I guess what I do. Oh, movie night on YouTube. Ooh, babe. Movie night, baby. 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 It's movie night, baby. It's movie night, baby. 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 Movie night, baby.
Wow, just wow. Thank you guys for joining in. My name is Tremaine Hayo. It is movie night, the night where we talk about movies. Soon we got Tom Kelly coming in. Oh, he just came in. Look at this. He is here right on time. Hello, Tom. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Doing all right.
He's got such a good deep. Doesn't this guy have a good deep voice? Like, guys, doesn't this guy have a good deep voice?
Well, see, that's how I ended up in radio, because all my life people were like, "Hey, Tom, you ought to be in radio." And I thought it was because of my voice, but it turns out it was my face that they were like.
They're like, we don't want to see your face. We want to hear your voice.
Do your voice. Leave the face at home.
Yes. You want to hear your voice. Hey, hello. So we got a fun show for you guys tonight. We have Tom who just joined in, but we are going to talk about. I guess people talk about Golden Globes. Do people actually talk about Golden Globes? Like I literally, I'm thinking about.
This is where I want to go. Somewhere in this, maybe I'll just jump in here.
This is jumping right in. Let's just go. Yeah.
The problem, okay, is the Golden Globes and the Academy Awards show are they're screaming kind of, nobody watches anymore. Nobody cares about movies. You know what? We love movies. We care about it. There's more conversation about movies today than in the history of movie making. We don't watch the shows because you don't give awards to any of the movies we like.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
I've heard. I mean, I am a movie lover. If you guys watch for 15 minutes, you'll be like, that guy's kind of addicted. And yeah,
Same here, right? Yeah, same here. Like,
every year
obviously,
they come out with this list of movies that I'm going, what? I've never even heard of that movie. Where it's some art house piece that it's some guy contemplating his navel or whatever, and you're just like, I don't know what it's about. They not only that, Tremaine, I think they purposefully pick movies that we don't watch because it's some kind of a unique Hollywood, look how sophisticated we are kind of thing, and which is something you and I have talked about this show is we're not here to show off some strange 1947
right? Which we could, by the way, we could, but we could if we want to. We could, yeah, but we're not here to placate to audiences. Say, oh, we are so sophisticated because we know our movies more than you do.
That's right. Now,
right.
What? I'm sorry, but your movies are boring. And this year, here comes the Golden Globes. Yes, I know it's got all these great reviews, blah, blah, blah. I still have not talked face to face with a person yet who said, man, that new Leonardo DiCaprio movie is so good.
Dude, no, okay. This is really interesting because what you just said. I love Leo DiCaprio. Okay, I will say this: I love Leo DiCaprio. He's one of the best actors of our generation. I can't not look at this guy while he's on the screen. He is a movie star. He is the definition of the it factor. He has it. He has it. Okay, so he is in one battle after another. Okay, so we're going to go after the Golden Globes. I don't know who won because I just saw one winner, and it was a one. I saw one winner, but we will go over the one battle after another winners, whatever. But like, I love this guy. He's great. But I tried watching this movie. This movie sucks, dude. This movie's terrible. It's like, dude, you're trying to make Leo DiCaprio some incompetent dad, which is fine. Like he's great in that role, but everything else is so bad. It's so terrible. And this is what it is. This is what it is in Hollywood. It's a popularity contest. So they'll say, hey, these movies are popular, so you guys have to like this movies. So everyone is like, oh, okay, we like this movie. Oh, we like movie. Oh, but that's how it works. That's how no one can have an actual opinion. That's exactly how it works. Because if you objectively look at one battle after another, it's a really terrible film. It's a shitty film. Objectively, it's a really terrible film. And this is objectively speaking.
I'll pull you in off that for a little bit. It's not that it's objectively bad. I mean, we can even argue that point. There are a lot of people who are like, oh, but the cinematography was so great. And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares? It's still a bad movie. It can look great. Look, if you polish a turd, you can spray paint it gold. Okay? You spray paint a turd gold. All right? And you cure it, you make it look great and act great. It's still a turd. It's still a turd. That's what it is.
If I see certain actors, especially if they're together, and Leo and Sean Penn right away start firing these neurons, same way that if I saw Bruce Willis and what's his name, Angelina Jolie's dad,
John Voight. John Voight.
I see them in a movie, I know which way we're leaning. I don't have to even show up at the movie to know which way we're leaning. The story might be, that they're the Democrat president or whatever, but the story is going to lean politically right. Leo and Sean Penn together in the same movie, I know what I'm gonna get. I'm sorry, and Paul Thomas Anderson direct. I know what I'm gonna get.
Well, the thing is it's not even about knowing what you're going to get because Leo is a great actor in and of himself. Because I will watch him in any movie, but people are just saying how great this movie is. They're like, "Oh my god, this movie is so good! Oh god, it's like, dude, people are brainwashed to say because it's not a good like objectively. I don't care. Look, if I was the leftiest left leaning person, I would say this movie is still not good. This is not a good movie. I don't care about any of the characters. It's still not good. But we're gonna get to the Golden Globes, which I have a feeling they're gonna win a ton of Golden Globes, right? But there's also a difference between Golden Globes and Oscars because they will say, "Hey, we're gonna give you the Golden Globes, but we're not gonna give you the Oscars." Like the Oscars is another level. So I think my inclining. So I'll make a prediction right now, and then we will test my own prediction real time, and I'll say, hey, One Battle After Another is probably going to win a shit ton of Golden Globes. I think they're going to win everything Golden Globes, but I don't think they're going to win Oscars. I don't think they'll win as many Oscars, and that's kind of how it works because if you win a Golden Globe, you're not going to win the Oscars. If you win an Oscars, you don't win the Golden Globes, right? So, but again, I have not followed the Golden Globes. I don't know who won. I do know that one person won from One Battle After Another. I will say that the actress because I saw that mistakenly. But we will live react to the winners of the Golden Globes.
I've seen them, so I can.
So you've seen them, okay? So let's get to it right now.
Okay, while you're pulling that up, I just want to point out one of our comments up here. Sean Penn is always angry, angry, angry. I love it. Yeah, and he pretty much has been since he was Pulaski or whatever his name was back in the day.
Dude, okay, so that's funny. It's gonna win shit indeed. Okay, well, I am going to share this screen.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Okay. Here we go. All right. I will do this. Okay. All right, here we go. So, who won Golden Globes 2026? We shall see now. You know what? Let's do this one. Actually, this one will be better. Okay. All right. Who won Golden Globes 2026? All right. Let's see. One battle after another. What to know? Blah blah blah. One shitty movie after another. Blah blah. Best. Oh wow. Best motion picture. Hamnet. Okay. All right. Hamnet. So all I know about Hamnet is what my mom told me because she had her friend. My mom's 70 years old. Okay. God bless her soul. She's amazing. I love my mom. But one of her good friends says, you need to watch Hamnet. And I'm like, well, what's Hamnet about? Like, oh, it's about William Shakespeare having a son who dies. And, he's dead and all this stuff. And then he calls Hamlet. I don't know. It just seems depressing.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay. Best motion picture, musical or comedy. One musical or comedy. That's interesting because it's neither. It's neither. One battle for another. It's neither. It's not a musical, nor is it a comedy. I
don't know, Tremaine. Look. I'm thinking Animal House, Stripes, One Battle.
Right. Right. Animal House, Stripes, Old School, Office Space. Oh, One Battle After Another. Yeah. It's just when you think about musicals, right? When you think about musicals, you think about what Annie, Annie, Wicked, One Battle After Another.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was the heartfelt, loving theme song when Leo sang to his daughter, and he confessed his sins and asked for her forgiveness. That was so moving.
That was so. That's what's so interesting is that it didn't win for best motion picture drama, which it is a drama. It's not a musical or comedy. It's neither, dude. I didn't laugh.
They decide long ago, okay, we need both of these pictures to win. How are we going to do that? Well, make that one a comedy. Just put it in the comedy category.
Right. Yeah. Put it in comedy. Yeah. It'll win comedy, but it'll win best picture. Comedy's something.
And
right?
we don't to compete against each other. All we hear about is how we didn't give the other one the award.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So
right. Okay. So here we go. Best TV series, The Pit. I've never seen The Pit, honestly.
I watched its first episode a week or two ago. Interesting. Okay. I understand why the producers from ER are suing The Pit, and that's okay. Yeah.
Oh, really? Or is it the same? Is it the same?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, this is, if you watched ER back in the day, and Dr. Carter, they always just they never called him Dr. Carter, who was
Carter. Okay.
Noel Wiley as a young guy. This is that character grown up now at a and what's funny is his mentor back at the other hospital, which was back in, I think it was set in Seattle or Chicago, I forget which. Anyway, the other show, he had a older black guy who was his mentor, and in The Pit, he is coming back to work after taking off some time after this older black guy who was his mentor has died.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and it's like,
It's like, okay. It's like, this is kind of a lot to
just start jumping in. He's the chief resident. He cuts corners sometimes in as he's trying to save lives. And, it is similar enough that if I was a producer and writer on ER, I'd be, whoa.
You're like, wait a second here. Wait a second. I did this 20 years ago. Okay, best actress, Rhea Seehorn in Pluribus. I don't know who that is. I haven't seen Pluribus, but I know that that's the same it's Breaking Bad.
Is it part of that?
Yeah, it's the I haven't seen that yet. I don't know who Rhea Seehorn is.
Yeah.
Best stand-up comedy. Oh, Ricky Gervais. Great. Awesome. Ricky Gervais won. That's good.
Yeah, they gave it to him because he's a former host of the Golden Globes. And then what's weird, well, you're going to see it in a minute. Keep going.
Okay. Best supporting actress in TV series, Aaron Doherty, Adolescence. I never saw that TV series. I don't know who that is. Do you know this?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Best motion picture non-English language. Gotta love that. No English, but you win an award. The Secret Agent, Brazil. I haven't seen it. It could be good.
Yep, could be.
Okay, best motion picture animated, K-pop Demon Hunters. Are you serious? It won over Zootopia 2. Wow.
And believe it or not, I've actually seen K-pop Demon Hunters.
You have, and what did you think of it?
It's hilarious. I actually had a good time.
Really? It's good?
I didn't say that.
You said you had a good time, so it's good?
The two things don't follow. You can watch a bad movie and have a good time, and you can watch a good movie and have a bad time.
Yeah, but
nobody walks out of Schindler's List going.
But Tom,
wow.
yeah, Tom, honestly, no, that's the thing. It's like, hey, it took me forever to see Schindler's List. I'm like, they're like, have you seen Schindler's List? I'm like, no. They're like, you call yourself a filmmaker and you haven't seen Schindler's List? I'm like, I don't want to get depressed for 3 hours. I'm so sorry. I don't want to get depressed. And, it's a great movie, though. I saw it once. I don't need to see it again. It's a fantastic movie. I saw it one time. It's amazing.
But when you saw it, was it a good time?
I had a fantastic time.
You did?
No, you're right. It was, it's a trick question because it's like, yeah, I had a good time watching. Yeah. It was a good movie. I wasn't
a good time watching K-pop Demon Hunters or whatever it's called.
Okay.
It's not
Don't act like you don't know what it's called, because you know what it's called, Tom. You know it.
It's not a movie I would make. It's not a movie I would normally. But I saw a YouTube where somebody just was like, they had to stop there. It was a completely different discussion. It was like on some business topic or something. The person said, I got to stop and talk to you about this movie real quick. And so that inspired me, and I pulled it up and watched it, and it was.
So you had a great time. You had a good time.
It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I had a
Okay,
great
don't try to give yourself any more credit than watching K-pop Demon Hunters as a over 60-year-old person.
Yeah. I had a good
Okay.
time.
All right. You had a good time. Okay. All right. Best director, Paul Thomas Anderson. What about it? Okay. So
Well,
here we are.
Okay,
Here
but
we are.
This is another part about these award shows I hate. It's his turn. We skipped him several times when we should have given him an award.
Right.
Okay. And so he deserves to get it this time, because look at the other ones. Nothing special there. So
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm like, what does he have against? He's got Sinners, which is a terrible movie. It's overrated, shitty movie. It's a vampire movie that was made better 30 years ago.
I think that's one of those movies that's better if you're high.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't know. I don't get high, but yeah, I'm sure if you're high,
You can think about it as you watched it. Wouldn't it be better if you were kind of like in a dreamy state going, dude, it's
yeah, maybe, but like Sinners, I watched Sinners. I had a couple drinks watching Sinners. It was okay. It wasn't, dude, it wasn't anything special. It was like people are saying, oh my God, it's so great. And you got the main character's like, yo, girl, I'm about to break you off because I'm a vampire girl. And I'm just like, this is weird, dude. I don't know. So we got Jafar Panahi. It was just an accident. I never heard of that. Jahom Trier, Sentimental Valley. I have heard I'm looking for DPs for my latest movie, by the way. And one of the DPs that I'm considering said, "Oh, you got to watch Sentimental Value," because I read the script. I haven't watched Sentimental Value yet, but apparently it's about a couple daughters that have a famous movie director father, and it's a like family dynamics drama. I don't know. It's supposed to be good. I don't know. But again, like I don't care about any of these movies. Best director. Okay, Ryan Coogler. He directed a knockoff of. He directed a crappy knockoff that happened. From Dusk Till Dawn, which happened 30 years ago. Guillermo del Toro, who's obviously a hack. He's always copying stuff. Well, I'll get into why he's a hack. He's a hack. He's a huge hack, by the way. Jafar Bahani, well, I don't know who any of these other people are. Chloe Hamnet, who cares about Hamnet? Cinematic box office achievement. What a BS award this is. Like, oh my God, cinematic box office achievement. That's they're like saying, okay, you know what? We want people that actually go to movies to show up.
That's exactly what this is. It's at some point we have to acknowledge that the rest of our awards are bullshit. So let's give everybody a chance to see their favorite movie at least nominated for something.
Right, totally. And that's the thing. It's like, okay, by the way, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning was the worst in all of the Mission Impossible movies. That was the worst.
I admit it was a disappointment.
Huge disappointment. It was like I had high hopes. I could not wait. I could not wait for this movie. And then this movie came out. I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. This movie is terrible. I had a terrible time with this movie.
I didn't hate it like you did, but
I hated it. Oh God, I hated it.
So let me give you a piece of who I am.
Okay.
Who I am when it comes to movies goes back they used to publish these things called books.
I haven't heard of that. What is that? What's
Yeah.
it's called a
Yeah, and you would hold them in your hand.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Not like this. There,
Mhm.
there was a whole thing, and there was this book about the size of a telephone book put out by Roger Ebert every
Okay.
year.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Every review he had ever done. And in one of the years, in his foreword, he discussed his number one rule for deciding whether or not a movie was good. And I have adopted that ever since. And it will, as you and I talk about movies, it will always play back as to whether or not I think something was a good movie.
Okay. Well, and what is that?
Does the movie keep the promise it made before you sat down?
Interesting.
And when it not only keeps the promise, but shoots past it, like the first time you ever saw Die Hard or Speed or, The Matrix, you sat down in The Matrix going, I'm not even really sure what this is. It's kind of weird TV commercials. All I know, cool looking chick on a motorcycle flipping through the air, probably worth watching, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It's its promise and takes you to a place that you didn't know you were going. Avatar, the first one. Why did it work so well? He took us to another world. You walked into that movie going, holy crap, I've been on another world. And, you had the 3D and it was a huge thing. So many movies say, oh, scary movie, be very scared. And you show up and you go, no.
Well, yeah. Well, they'll say, "Oh, it's the scariest movie of the summer."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, you get you get tricked into those platitudes.
I go into a movie with expectations. Now, sometimes my expectations were wrong, and it's my fault. But more often than not, you come in with an expectation like we did with Mission Impossible. You and I both walked in with, this is going to be the penultimate Mission Impossible movie. We are going to walk out of here feeling like we haven't felt since Ghost Protocol. It is going to be exciting.
And then what happened? Exactly. Yeah. It was horrible. It was honestly, objectively, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like, it was so bad. And how do you make Mission Impossible boring? You had the two great set pieces. There's another, like, we will have to do another episode where I know how to fix that Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I can fix it. I can make it the best movie ever. But it takes some reworking, and the problem was they treated the audience like idiots, and that's really the problem. Like, that's essentially once you treat the audience like complete imbeciles, it's hard to come back from that.
Which is a violation of the promise that we have in Mission Impossible movies. This is the spy movie for smart people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is a step up. This is America James Bond. Okay. This is a step up.
Yes. America James Bond. Yes, exactly.
A step up from everything else that we watch as far as spy. We accept stupidity and spy movies but this isn't that. This is sophisticated. This is, I never saw that coming. That's a twist that you blew my mind. What a great, that's, and I know I'm going to get some incredible stunts from Tom Cruise. He's going to jump from a building to another and barely make it. And he really did it because he's a freaking idiot.
Well, and that's the thing, though, is that those were the two good things about that movie. Is like, you can't discredit Tom Cruise for doing those stunts, right? You really can't. It's hard. The rest of the movie sucks ass, but those two stunts are incredible. So it's really,
but
yeah.
He didn't top scaling the
dude. Fallout was so amazing. Like, Fallout was such a perfect movie. I mean, I think, like, from start to finish, it was just so good. I don't know. It's hard. Okay. So Sinners won cinematic box office. Best actress Michelle Williams, Dying for Sex. I've never heard of that. So forget about her.
Won for playing Marilyn Monroe in a movie a few years ago, didn't she?
Who is Michelle? Is it who I think it is? Is that who was in Venom? I hate Michelle Williams if that's the case. Oh, no. Oh, God, no. I hate her. I do not like her at all. She's a terrible actress. She's overrated. She talks about how great that she had an abortion. So she killed her child. She goes, oh, yeah, I killed my child, and I have a great career because of it.
Okay.
It's like, oh, okay, Michelle Williams. Okay, that's great. Yeah, you killed your child and you're happy about it. That's great. Okay, I don't believe in that. So best actor, Steve Graham, Adolescence. I never saw that movie or show. Best actor, musical or comedy, Timothy Chalamet.
I can't. Can you blow it up again so we can see it?
Yeah, let me see.
I don't know.
Timothy Chalamet. Right here it is. Right here.
Okay.
Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme. I've not seen Marty Supreme yet. A lot of people say Marty Supreme is a great movie, but it's about a guy who's a ping pong player, and he's a ping pong player, and apparently he's great. I don't know. I don't really care. Best actress. If I had legs, I'd kick you. I don't want to watch that movie. Rose Byrne. Who cares? Best screenplay, Paul Thomas Anderson. One battle after another. Did you see that movie yet, Tom?
I have watched the first 3/4 of it. I guess I watched.
Okay,
I watched it today. It doesn't keep its promise. That's all I can say. Well, we'll come back to it, but it doesn't.
Thank you. It does not, and I'm the same way. I watched 3/4 of it. It does not keep its promise. Best original song, K-pop Demon Hunters. Okay, so K-pop. So there you go, Tom. So K-pop Demon Hunters wins best original song, which is hilarious. Okay, best podcast. I didn't even know that was a thing.
This is what I was saying. The big surprise that they now give out Golden Globes for best podcast, starting with. Look at this, another former host.
Amy Poehler. Right. Oh, and she won. Oh, congrats. Congratulations.
Here. Okay.
You wonder how this works. And then they got armchair expert with Dax Shepard, Call Her Daddy, Mel Robbins. We don't have Joe Rogan, by the way. Heaven forbid we have Joe Rogan, the most dominant podcast in the universe. Heaven forbid we give Joe Rogan any freaking laurels. We can't give Joe Rogan shit because the best podcast has to go to Amy Poehler. Obviously, good hang. The good hang. Oh, I had a good hang.
I also want to object that I have literally tens of thousands of hours of podcast across the entire trucking industry out there, and I wasn't even nominated.
Yeah, exactly. That's disgusting. I can't believe they didn't nominate you, Tom. Come on,
right.
Come on. Okay, they've got best actor in TV series. No, I have not seen this. I've heard good things. Seth Rogen, The Studio. I've not heard.
Oh, I have heard that's awesome, and I've heard that as movie lovers, we would love it.
Yeah, I think I would. Honestly, I would. I do respect Seth Rogen for who he is. I do respect him. I do like him. Okay, the best supporting actor, Owen Cooper, Adolescence. I never saw Adolescence. It doesn't matter. Best actress, Hacks. Never saw that. Jean Smart. I have no idea who that is.
Oh, yes, you do.
I don't.
Around forever.
Jean Smart.
Yes, she was.
I only know Jean Dumb.
No, Jean Smart. Jean Smart was in the.
Oh, okay. I'm googling her now. Okay, yeah, I know her. Yeah. Okay.
You've seen her in 1,000 things.
In a million things.
Yeah, she does all the time, and she's a great, serviceable supporting actress.
Great. There you go. Well, she won. She won Best Actress. All right, Best Original Score. Sinners? Really? I don't even remember. Okay, one battle after another. One battle after another. The
Yeah,
score was a 5-year-old banging on a piano. Like it was horrible. That movie is so crappy. Hans Zimmer should have won for F1. That's all I'm gonna say. Hans Zimmer was robbed of the best original score. He was robbed. He should have won the Golden Globe. He should have. Because does anyone remember the Sinners? Oh, does anyone remember the Sinners score? No, nobody.
But I mean, and it also comes back to if you're going to put Hans Zimmer up against other people, they better be freaking awesome.
Exactly. That's my point. Exactly. That's my point. Exactly.
Not just memorable. You have to walk out of there going, I'm going to go home and download that score right now. That's the kind
exactly. Yeah, that's my point exactly. Okay. Best actor in a TV series, Noah Weil, The Pit winner. I never saw this. You know, it's tough if you haven't seen any of these shows. You know, right. I haven't seen. Best supporting, Stellan Skarsgård, winner. I still haven't seen that. Stellan Skarsgård. I don't know who that is. Okay.
Yeah, you do. He's another one.
I have no idea who that is. Okay. Yeah, I have no clue who that is. Okay. Best supporting actress, Tiana Taylor, one battle after another. Okay, so she won. One battle after another is one of the worst movies I've seen ever. I mean, it was terrible.
Keep going. This gets fun.
Okay. It gets fun. Oh.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna find out what you really look at in the background.
Yeah, what am I really looking at?
What's the rest of it? What happened to the rest?
That was it, dude. That was it. That was the whole shebang. That was the whole kid and caboodle.
Okay.
I mean,
so all right, let's talk about Paul Thomas Anderson for a second.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna drop
as a director, sir.
Yes.
Has he been an influence to anything that you've done? Have you ever crossed paths with him? Do you have a visceral reaction when you hear that there's a Paul Thomas movie coming out?
So I respect Paul Thomas Anderson as a director. I love There Will Be Blood is one of my favorite movies. I love that movie.
Talked about that last week.
Yeah, Magnolia. I really love that. There's a lot of
great. One of the greatest movies, and even though it got a lot of big press when it came out, I still think highly underrated. It should have blown away the box office. It's almost too good for the common man. It is, and I admit it's an art house piece. It really is. If I'm being. Come on, the frogs falling from the sky, and that happens,
Right. No, yeah. It is art house, of course. Yeah, no, it is which is why I relate to it so much. And I see that
in Boogie Nights, classic. Dirk Diggler, what a great character. And Philip Seymour Hoffman. In that movie, I was blown away by his performance as the frustrated cameraman who is so in love with Dirk and he can't get his attention. And the whole thing is just amazing, beginning to end.
And that's the thing is like he gets genius. He can hone that genius. He has that within himself. The problem with this,
broke my promise to Paul Thomas Anderson. I went expecting smart, and I don't know what this is. You took all the eggs and all the bacon and the ham and the cheese and everything, and you threw it all on the skillet, and you stirred it all up, and you said, "Look, an omelet."
Yeah, and then people were like, "Oh my god, that's a masterpiece!" No matter what, and that's the problem.
Like,
So,
it's not-
okay, so this is my problem with one battle after another. This is my whole thing because people worship Paul Thomas Anderson because of those movies that we just mentioned.
yep,
They
yep.
love those movies, and they say there's something in the film community where no matter what the person comes out with, they will love and worship. So whether it's Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, if it's Paul Thomas Anderson, if it's Stanley Kubrick, all his movies are gospel. Okay,
Mhm.
so what you have to understand about these is that no matter what, before Paul Thomas Anderson even comes out with a new movie, people are already worshiping it. They're already
Yes.
saying this is the best movie. Oh my god, it's incredible. This is awesome. Oh my god, he's the best. And the problem with that is that it's not true because you have to really rate every single director's movie with every single take that they give.
Mhm.
And you can't just say that they're great just because they've been great before. It doesn't mean they're going to do it again. And yes, okay, they're highly likely to come out with a great movie. Steven Spielberg is highly likely to come out with a great movie more than some no name. Okay, obviously, right? But are they going to come out with the next Jaws? Is Steven Spielberg with Lincoln going to come out with the next Jaws? And the answer is no. You have Steven Spielberg directing Abraham Lincoln in a movie, and it's a great movie, but it's not that good. You know what I mean? It's like it's not that good. You can't give it that much credit. You get, and that's the problem. Is like people give too much credit to people that have all that. What's that called? Notoriety, or they have that.
Yeah, it's
People,
not right.
Yes, notoriety. They already have the notoriety, so they're saying like, "Oh, no matter what they say is going to be so much better than what it is," and that's not the case. That's really not the case because you have to look at everything objectively, even if it's the best, even if it's your favorite director giving a great movie with a great performance. And people are like, "Oh, one battle after another is so amazing. It's so great because I love Paul Thomas Anderson." And it's like, okay, that's great. So do I. I love Paul Thomas Anderson as well. But I'm looking at this movie in and of itself, and it is not a good movie. It is not.
I mean,
I,
look, Steven Spielberg directed The Lost World Jurassic Park. That's not the first one. That's the sequel. I'm sorry. Yeah, he does not always. Steven Spielberg directed 1941.
well, yeah, that was his biggest flop. That was his biggest flop.
So just because you're a great director doesn't mean every single movie is going to be the greatest movie ever seen. Let me ask you, can we talk about your movies for a minute? Just as
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's segue. Let's go back to. By the way, yeah.
it's still here. Okay, so I guess the first and most important question that every red-blooded American male in America really wants to know from you is this: stunt nipple or actual nipple? Easing, we don't care.
That's a great question, but it is a stunt. That is a stunt nipple.
I knew it. I just
I know. A lot of people say that. It was a stunt nipple. No, yeah, she didn't agree to it, and I'm like, oh, it's only one, and then it's like, then I had to get it off Amazon. By the way, because there's different shades, there's different colors, there's different sizes. By the way,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't know if you knew this. There's different sizes.
Yeah.
There's different shades. There's darker. There's lighter. I'm like, so which one are you? Are you lighter? Are you darker? Are you bigger? Or, you know what I mean? It's like having to ask these questions is look. Just answer the question. It's fine. And yeah, no. So it was a stunt nipple, and we got away with it. And
Did you have to have a relationship? What do they call them now? Where there's somebody on set, and when there's two characters, Mm.
Like oh gosh, like yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like a relational director or something.
Yeah, somebody who makes sure that the woman doesn't feel violated and that the man.
Right. No, we didn't have any of that. No. Yeah. She was good with me for some reason. But,
Okay, so
yeah. But I was upfront with her though. I was super upfront. Like I was, with everything I said and did.
I don't want to ruin the movie for anybody or give any spoilers away, but I do have some questions about the kind of how you put it all together. First of all, love the location. I want to rent that place and go spend a week there.
Oh, you can. Absolutely. I'll send you the link. Yeah.
All right. It is beautiful. By the way, side note, did you know that they have turned the house from The Godfather on Long Island into an Airbnb?
No. Are you serious?
I'm serious. You can go stay at the Godfather house. They brought in or recreated all the furniture, everything. It is legit. Looks just like being at and there's 5 bedrooms. You rent a bedroom for the night. You get to walk around the house. I mean, it's talk about a movie lover.
That is brilliant. That is actually brilliant. So, yeah, that is actually really. How much do they charge for that?
I haven't looked. I'm sure it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
but I was stunned to find that out and love the concept. They should do that with movies all the time, especially movies that have great location, which your movie has. Which is, I'm not saying it's more important than good actors. It's way up there.
it's just as important. It really is. No, it is. It is just as important. Yeah.
Had you filmed the whole thing in the back of an RV studio, kind of, old school style, it would not have carried. I cared about the place. I wanted to see it. I was interested in that. I cared about the characters. I didn't at first. I didn't like either one of them. And as they grew on each other, they grew on me.
Oh.
Okay. And I'm, again, not trying to give anything away. You got to go see it for yourself.
Yeah.
But their relationship is complicated. And you don't trust either one completely. You wonder if both aren't trying to manipulate the other all the time. And maybe he's smarter than he's letting on. She's definitely smarter than she's letting on. And yet at the same time, you don't want to see either one of them get hurt. And you don't want to see either one of them be successful. And it's from that perspective, that's what makes it a great movie, because we sit back here actually caring. At first, I remember when they finally get to the place and it's just the two of them. And I'm thinking, where is he going with this? This is weird. And I don't yet care about the characters. And then all of a sudden they start talking, and they talk a lot more than they should, than you think they will. And after a while, you can't help but wonder, what is with these two, and where's this going? And now you start caring, and then after a while, they start to reveal themselves. We get to know them, and now suddenly we want them to be successful. We want them to do whatever they need to do to survive. And it's fascinating. It is. And I think you found a great group of people to work with you on that. I don't know how you find the people that you do, but I won't call you lucky. It's more than that. I will call you fortunate to have had such a great team. I'm sure you could tell us offline some stories that make us, roll our eyes at somebody, but I think it was fantastic, and congratulations and kudos to you, and I would love to see what you could do with that movie if you had 3 times the budget.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That would be amazing. Honestly, and thank you for talking about that, because it is something that I want people to really come away with. Oh, I like the main guy, or I hate the main guy, or I love the lead actress, or I hate the lead actress. I know where they're coming from. And then I want people to come away with questions, right? That is something, by the way, we're talking about Simp. This movie right here, that's behind me. I put the poster up just for you because I knew we were going to talk about it, so I put it up versus the Cat Town story. But yeah, so it's about a model who gets kidnapped at a fake photo shoot based on true events. It's on our YouTube channel right now. It has 500,000 views, which is crazy.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
Yeah, 511,000, something like that. Last time I checked. But to answer your question, I always find these types of stories interesting because I'm someone like that. What happened with her was she was kidnapped, and she went to the police. She went to authorities, but no one believed her.
In real life, you mean?
In real life, the real story. No one believed her. They did not think that she actually got kidnapped. They're like, oh, it's some hot girl trying to get views for her social media page.
Not that anyone ever lies to get views on social
media. No one ever does that on social media ever. No, but again, it was like that. But it was like the girl who cried wolf, right? It's the girl who cried wolf. And by the time she actually said, hey, I legitimately got kidnapped by this guy and his brother, and she explained everything to a T. No one believed him. No one believed her. They thought that she was a joke. She thought no one believed her. She thought like, hey, why are you so happy that at the end? And again, spoiler alert, you guys have to watch this whole movie to get to this point. But at the same time, it kind of isn't a spoiler because we take you through a journey of what she actually went through. Right. So this is what she actually went through. But the most interesting thing that happened was the aftermath. Right. The aftermath was more interesting because no one actually believed her. Like, oh, yeah, right. You got kidnapped. Okay. Yeah. Sure. She's like, no, I did. I got kidnapped. And no, no, you didn't.
So did the guys who did this, did they get caught and go to jail and all that? Or are they?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, they got caught and they went to jail. So it was a brother. It was a brother duo, and the younger brother was the mastermind, and then the older brother was just kind of along for it. Excuse me, along for everything. And he got thrown in. He got thrown into jail too. So,
well, so the end of the movie again. No spoilers. I'm not sure if I love it or hate it. I've gone back and forth. The first time, I loved it. The next time, I was like, damn, I really wish we had 10 more minutes. You left me hanging. 10 more minutes. Just no, But I don't mind. I know a lot of people, like they hate the ending of Sopranos. Cut to black. Nobody knows what happened. I like that stuff. Leave it up to me. I'll figure it out.
Right. Yeah, leave it up to the audience. The audience can source something.
We can take it where we want to go with it, and so not that your ending is a cliffhanger. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying it stops at a point that I think is surprising for some viewers. Does that make sense?
It does. Well, let me ask you this. Are you expecting a sequel?
No. I'm not expecting a sequel. Wouldn't mind a sequel. But No, you told the story. I think you told it well. As you can tell, as we're sitting here, I want to know what really happened. How did this go? What is this story? It's not a story that I had tracked and that I was familiar with. So it was new to me completely. I mean, from opening, I have no idea. All I know, Tremaine Hayhoe. That's the promise of the movie. I'm expecting rideshare ish movie, and I got something so much more. It was okay. Yeah, rideshare, great intro. Thank you, Steven Spielberg, for Duel. And
Mm-hmm. Yes.
great way to start. But I think you've got more in the tank, and sure enough, I came out of it going, man, I got to get to know Tremaine better, because this is a guy who, and it might be 2038, it could be 2028, but at some point you're going to be standing up there going, and let's see, who else did I leave off the list? Oh yeah, my old podcast buddy, Tom Kelly.
Yeah, right. Golden Globe winner. Yeah. I want to go. Here I am.
I know nobody here at the Golden Globes actually watched my movie. And then,
yeah. They want to give me some BS audience award or whatever. That's what it would be. I would win some BS audience award.
It's my turn. So I get to go. So it's just I see your love of movies in your movies, and that by itself makes up for all sorts of things. I mean, there might be something like, I wouldn't, lighting wasn't quite right, or I couldn't quite follow that scene. Something broke right there, but I can forgive it because your love for movies shines through, and it's reflective of your audience. And I think that, as we sit there watching it, we're rooting for the movie's success. Some movies, it's just like, okay, and probably the way you felt when you're watching, we kind of circle all the way back around.
All the way back. Okay, yes.
So we're watching, and again, the whole movie even has a bad title. The title of Battle After a Battle, or
one battle after another. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's a bad title.
It's a horrible title. Horrible title. Yeah.
So it's broken before you even walk in the room. But you look at something like that, and one bad scene just leads to another, and after a while, you just kind of hate the whole thing, and you don't care. I'll be honest. I said I watched 3/4 of the movie. I watched half the movie, because throughout the movie I would, what is this? What did I? Oh yeah, I'm watching a movie.
Hey. Yeah.
Oh! I got to get some more of these. I gotta.
Right.
And so it's not like the movie grabbed me, which a good movie grabs me.
Of course. A good movie, you don't want it to end. Like, I don't want this movie to end. Like, I'm glued into it. I'm into this world. I'm so sucked into it. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. This is amazing. I know it's going to be 3 hours, but I'm so into it.
Somebody walks in and you're like, just, can you come back in 20 minutes? I mean, this is like the most important. I'm sorry. Is the house on fire? Not? Okay. And that's kind of what a great movie does to me. I love Saturday afternoons, and I do what I call the remote drop. You come across.
Oh, wow.
Drop the remote, and you were going to go do something in an hour, but and you've seen the movie 16 times, and you don't care. Let's see it one more time. And, well, honey, I thought we were going to go up to Lowe's and get, after this, we can go.
Yeah, we can go. After this movie.
And I love remote drop movies that when you come across them,
So okay, so let me ask you this: what are the remote drop movies? Tell me some. Let's give us a couple of examples. What are if you see this on streaming? What's at a remote drop?
Stripes.
Stripes.
Seen Stripes 1,000 times. Okay, literally close to 100.
Okay.
I watched that. I mean, there's probably no movie I can quote better than Stripes. And if it's on, drop the remote, sit back. I know what I'm doing for the next however long movie is. I'm going to watch the whole thing from the moment he's saying, I think it was a cough medicine that I took, we're going to make you a lean, mean fighting machine. I mean, just every single line is crafted. It is, and perfectly executed. They had a blast making that movie. They did. And it shows through, it's a blast. And there's a lot of movies that are like that to me that just stop you, whether you mean for them to or not. Most Steven Spielberg movies, most movies that are directed by Scorsese or Francis Ford Coppola or anything, that's why we think they're great, because you catch just a scene, I'm channel flipping, click, 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 wait, go back, and it, oh my gosh, I haven't seen this in 6 years. That's a good day for a movie lover.
Oh,
You didn't know you were going to do it, and you're flipping around and you're getting ready to go do something else in life. And
you see a movie.
And you didn't have it planned. It wasn't, tomorrow I can't wait to watch Stripe. It was, you fell in it and you got to swim in it. You can't just get up and walk out. And that's a great movie. It's a great day.
That's good. That's great. Okay, so next one. So we got Stripes. What's another one?
Well, like I said, even movies that aren't my favorite. This may be fighting words, and I apologize if it is. The Irishman.
Oh wow! Okay. You would say you put that remote down? I heard that sigh.
It's Scorsese, so yeah, I do. I put it down and I watch it, but usually on a movie like that, I'm remote dropping for reasons different than others. I'm not dropping my remote because Tom Cruise is about to do a stunt. I'm watching it because I really am studying, wow, when they filmed that scene, how did they possibly manage to accomplish, such and such, during that scene. And so that's cool. And, it just gives us a chance to see old friends. That's the way I feel about the album. We got the band back together. We had a good time. And one last hurrah, though I wouldn't be surprised if they made another.
Right. Well, of course. Yeah, they're always going to make another.
But okay, so in that, Goodfellas.
Okay, Goodfellas. Okay.
Okay.
No,
I'm gonna go to Lowe's instead.
Right.
You don't have to go to Lowe's right this second. Nobody's expecting you to go right this second.
Yeah.
The remote in your hand. Fellas, he steps out and says, "Hey Ma, look," and you see him in his new suit, and she says, "You look like a gangster." And you're done. He ever since I was a boy, the only thing I wanted to be was a gangster.
Gangster, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's just the opening sentence, and you're done. You know, you've done it. You know, you can't keep going. So that those are just one really serious and one very not serious movie as an example. Personal favorite, a good old rom-com now. Personal.
Okay,
favorite,
let's hear it. Let's hear it. Yes.
Love Actually.
Did you hear that sigh? Love Actually. Okay, because Love Actually, it's such an overrated movie. I'm so sorry. It is so overrated. People say, "Oh my God," and like in the signs, they have the signs. Oh, by the way, I'm here. I'm doing this. I'm doing this.
Unique.
It's not unique. It was a Bob Dylan music video 30 years ago that they did that. They ripped it from it. And they're like, okay, oh, yeah, oh, sorry. I know I have a huge crush on you, but don't freak out. By the way, make out with me. Kiss me. It's like, dude, it's so stupid. It is so dumb. Love Actually. And everyone's like, I don't like any of these people in Love Actually. Actually, I hate. It's like Hate Actually. I'm going to call this movie Hate Actually. I actually hate everyone in this stupid movie because it sucks and it's overrated.
And that's what makes movies great is that we can both love movies, we can both love the making of movies, we can both love everything about it, and then both look at the same movie and go, didn't keep its promise for me, did not work for me.
Exactly, and that is the thing. Like okay, so look, I'm in the process of finding the best director of photography for my latest movie. Okay, So Tom, so you're getting some inside baseball right now. So I'm trying to find the best director of photography, and one of my good friends who's a fantastic director of photography, we were talking. He read the script of my latest movie, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't really agree with this, and this, blah blah blah," and then which is fine, which is good. And then we talked about certain movies, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I don't mean to spoil a certain event from Castaway," and he goes, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've never seen the movie Castaway." And I love Robert Zemeckis. I love Tom Hanks.
Absolutely.
And then I go, I'm like, okay, you know what? I will one up you here because I love Robert Zemeckis. I love Tom Hanks, but I have not seen the movie Forrest Gump. and he goes, I have seen the movie. I love Forrest Gump. I've seen the movie Forrest Gump 100 times. I love Forrest Gump. Da, 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 da. We have to both watch these movies. You have to watch Forrest Gump. I have to watch Castaway. And I'm like, no, I'm never going to watch Forrest Gump because that movie sucks. I don't give a shit about Forrest Gump. I don't care about Forrest Gump, and I will never watch the crappy movie Forrest Gump.
I'm sorry to hear that. You're missing a lot of fun. If nothing, see, I'm an old man. Okay,
a lot of fun, my ass, Jenny. Life is like a box of chocolates. It's a stupid movie. It's a dumb movie.
That's the whole point. Is we see
the whole point is that movie sucks. The whole point is that movie sucks. People love it for no reason.
Have you seen it?
I've seen parts, and that's all I need to see. I've seen parts.
That's the whole thing. Is the flow. It's the timing. It's what Zemeckis does. That by the end of the movie, you have fallen in love with the characters.
Zemeckis, my ass. I look, honestly, no joke. If you guys donate $10,000 on Patreon, I will watch Forrest Gump with you. I'm just putting that out there. $10,000. If you guys give me $10,000, I will watch it. Otherwise, a cent more, a cent less, I will not watch it. And
that's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild. I don't know that I have a list of movies that I would refuse to watch. But before we leave that, I want to suggest sometime in nearby, and you and I have a whole list of subjects that we want to.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
But I think what you just pointed out, Zemeckis and Tom Hanks, Scorsese, Robert De Niro.
De Niro, yeah.
As Ford Coppola,
Jermaine
um,
Hayhoe.
uh, yeah, but Al Pacino. You can take so many different director actors who went on to make more than one movie together. Think of Spielberg slash Lucas and their relationship with Harrison Ford.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
so maybe sometime soon we can go down and talk about what were some of the great all-time actor director pairings that you see one of their movies pop up and you go,
okay, you know what? Sorry, C. Wallace Films. That is bullshit because Tron Ares is a masterpiece. Tron Ares is a fantastic film. If you got to watch Tron Ares, honestly, you got to watch it in 3D in theaters. Oh wait, you can't. Did you just watch it? Did you just watch it?
Yeah.
Nice. What'd you think? You had a good time. Yeah, you had a good time, right? You had a good time.
As a computer guy, as a person who watched Tron at the theater the day it came out in 1982 or whatever it was.
Wow.
As a computer major in a time when I was the first person in my college to graduate with a computer major because they didn't have them back then.
They didn't have them computers.
Tron was huge to me. And so my problem with Tron, it's not a problem, is I do get pulled out of the movie. That is not the way a CPU would be cooled under those.
So you're thinking about more logistics.
Yeah, I get into, that what a stupid way to show the way that that kind of program would work in this universe. That doesn't work.
C. Wallace Film says Tron Ares sucks the dry organs from a dead raccoon in August.
Whoa, I don't think you should. How did you really feel about that movie?
Yeah, okay. C. Wallace, please don't hold back. Honestly, I don't want people to hold back on their comments. So if you could actually be real for once, like
give us a more literal view of how you felt about it. That would be those movies again. Tron Ares keeps its promise.
Yes, thank you.
Inside the world, and even that, the world's going to come outside to me. And I've been in this world now a couple of times. What happens if they come out? And I think that's, and that's what makes it fun. It kept its promise. Okay? Tell me what.
Yeah, I saw this movie twice in theaters. And twice in 3D in theaters. I love this freaking movie. I love this movie because I love Tron Legacy. I love Tron Legacy. Did you see Legacy?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh my god! Like Sam, what happened? I got in. It's like, oh shit! Like he gets in, he goes in. Daft Punk, like that whole. That scene, honestly, the first 10 minutes of Tron Legacy is a perfect film. If you look at that in filmography or anything, well, like Joe Krasinski is the same director as Top Gun, Maverick, and Tron Legacy. But he talked about this and like, look, like you bring people into the world right away. You got 10 minutes and it's like, holy shit, you're bringing people into the Tron nosphere in Tron Legacy. Mm-hmm. And they're like, well, what happened? It's like, I got it. It's like, like the way the music was and the way it captured the audience and the way it brought you to the story. I was so invested. I was so on board with this. And Tron Legacy, honestly, is incredible. I saw it 3 times in the theater in 3D and had a great time. And then I saw Tron Aries twice in 3D, and I'm going to see it again.
Is it safe to say your Saturday afternoon, don't really have a plan, you're channel surfing, getting ready to walk out the door, and there is Tron Legacy.
Right.
Drops the remote.
Drops the remote. Yes. Drop the remote. Yeah. Tron Legacy.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Yeah. Drop the remote and I am there. And it's like, dude, I wish about Aries is that they kind of just completely ignored Legacy. They didn't talk about any of the characters of Legacy, which was frustrating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
followed up on especially what's her name and her role. Gosh, can't think of her name. I can see her face, the pretty one.
Oh, Olivia Wilde.
Yeah, yes. You know, would love to have seen her reconstituted and, you know, brought back in. I was actually looking for her, and I don't know why, but for some reason I thought she would show back up as a villain.
And then she didn't, right? She didn't show up at all.
And I was waiting for her to show up as the villain, and you know, so I was disappointed that she wasn't there. But you know, it was so good. I mean, these are movies for guys who like to just have fun with movies. You know? Yes.
Have fun with movies. Is there a problem with having fun with movies? No.
And that's and again another discussion for another day. Scorsese really pissed me off.
Oh, did he? How so?
With his lambasting of the MCU, dude. You don't have to like it. You don't have to go.
Which, actually, by the way, he made me proud by his lambasting.
I disagree with you.
So we actually, let's do this right now. Let's go till 1:30. We got 15 more minutes. Let's go. Okay. Let's do it. Let's talk about Martin Scorsese and how he lambasted the MCU and how you defend the MCU. You think it's so great, right?
No, I don't.
I think MCU is amazing. Is what you think?
No, I think that we America throughout the world, those of us who grew up reading comic books in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, we waited for this our entire lives, and it finally showed up, and it's pretty damn good. It ain't perfect, but it's been a lot of fun. And I got to spend a lot of hours with a lot of other people who also enjoyed it. And we cheered. And I'll never forget the way I felt when I walked out of the first Avengers movie. And
the first one. Oh, wow. You had a good time with that one.
Oh, it was so much fun. And it said that, and I'm so impressed with how it set this, how a throwaway line in the, you know, Iron Man movie comes back as a critical plot point 22 movies later. You know,
right. That's a lot of movies later.
Yeah. But I invested in the whole world. I had a great time with it. To write it off as somehow wrong, no. This is part of the entire movie experience. Not every movie I go to has to be Martin Scorsese tough. Okay. Sometimes I want to sit there and eat the popcorn and just be entertained, laugh, enjoy my time with my family, and, you know, get in the car and stop for a milkshake on the way home and talk about it. I don't have to, you know.
Stopping for a milkshake on the way home. I love that.
Sometimes those Scorsese makes it sound like somehow that's wrong to just sit back and enjoy it. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. And sometimes I like football more than baseball.
Right. Yeah. So, sorry. I'm watching football season. It's not baseball season. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. You know, I don't know. I just think it was Scorsese. You're in your lane. We love your lane. I jump in your lane and drive there sometimes and really enjoy it. it's not the same as the MCU, and I think you would be horrible trying to direct Iron Man.
Well, and like the thing is, what I think what Scorsese was trying to say was, hey, it's a theme park ride.
Yes.
It's a theme park ride. We're having fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. And people like jumped on Scorsese saying, "Oh, Scorsese's against theme park rides." It's like, dude, no, he actually just said, "Hey, look, this movie is a fun experience. You to the theater, you have a good time, you get thrown or around, and you have a good time, and that's it." And the problem with Scorsese trying to say, "Hey, this isn't okay." Well, look, it is okay because it's entertainment, and three, he's actually not wrong. He's actually not wrong, and we should have a good time.
He said, and I'm going to pull up his quote. He said, okay, so I have not read this. I've not read his op-ed piece that went in the New York Times. I need to read this to better.
Okay, so you're about to read it. Okay.
So I won't read it tonight, but he
said, read it.
Oh, the whole thing's very long. It would take me longer.
Well,
yeah,
just read
but,
it.
He was in England giving an interview to Empire magazine. I asked a question about Marvel movies. I answered it. So what he was saying was Marvel movies aren't cinema. I guess we're going to get into the definition.
Let's get into that. Yeah.
Okay. He says cinema is an art form that brings you the unexpected. In superhero movies, nothing's at risk, a director said. I disagree in the sense that if we're using cinema as an art form that brings us the unexpected, then I think we did get unexpected. I didn't expect Tony Stark to die in that movie. I did not.
In which movie? Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we're not going there. I didn't expect Black Widow.
We just went there. We already went there. You're like, we didn't go there. We went there. Spoiler alert. But Iron Man 1, he didn't die. And he's good in this.
Right. Didn't expect him to. I knew what I was getting into with that movie.
Right.
I didn't know what was going to happen in the end, and it was a great ending. Now, we have a different discussion. Should they have declared success and walked off the field?
Yes.
I think some of the crap that's come out of that group since is some of the worst movie making storytelling. What are they saying? Whoa. What do you mean?
What? Sorry, I haven't heard them. What have they been saying?
The movies?
Uh-huh.
Oh, they're just not. They're not entertaining, and they break the code because they do things that that just aren't part of our world. And there's some of those. What was Samuel L. Jackson did a series with Emilia Clarke. I don't remember the name of it, but it was all set in the MCU world, and it basically said everything you think you know about the MCU world, you're wrong because half the people in there are
wrong.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're just imitating the people who you do like. And
I see it. Okay.
And, what? And they killed off a character and all. They're just, I don't know. For a little while, and I think they get it now. At least they say the right words, but they ruined a lot of stuff in the process. So for me, the whole thing kind of ended on a high note with the death of Tony Stark at the end of that one.
Spoiler alert. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, well, look. The thing is, I love Tony Stark. He's my favorite Marvel person, superhero. Yeah, Iron Man. Because Iron Man came out, I saw it 3 times in the theater. I love that movie. Oh my god, I love that movie. That movie was like, because I like big budget blockbuster movies, baby. That's what I like. I like that.
But that's not cinema.
Well, it is cinema. It is cinema. But the problem is with Avengers is that those movies suck ass. That's the problem. Iron Man was great, but Avengers movie sucked ass. And then there's like the latest Avengers, like that movie sucked ass as well. And they're like, oh well, why did this movie suck ass? I'm like, well, it just sucked ass. It's a horrible movie. I mean, objectively, you have to look at it how these movies are, and they just suck ass. They're horrible movies. So you have to like not accept these movies as real movies. That's what it is. And Hey Ho Studios is coming out with some fantastic movies. July 10th, we're coming out with a brand new movie, Project F. Right? You're going to be there, Tom. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Project F. It's coming out. It's the best movie that I've ever done by far. And yeah, that's coming out.
Tell us more about that later this spring.
Later on, yeah, we haven't even filmed it yet, but we are filming it soon. But yeah, there's a lot to that movie, and yeah, July 10th, guys, come out. Golden Bear Film Festival. We have a lot of other great people that have applied to the Golden Bear Film Festival on July 10th, 11th, and 12th at the Harris Center in Folsom. So we have 900 people that will be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun games, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. So,
I'm excited. You have, and I think for a lot of us who are watching this right now, put us in a position where now I have to see what he does. I might not like it, but I'm going to see what he does anyway. And that's the way I feel about Zemeckis and Scorsese and a lot of these guys is, and I just put you in the same boat. Then what do you think?
Wow,
about that?
That's a huge honor. That's a huge honor.
But my point being that after we've spent some time with you, we want to see more of that, and I want to see more. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, we want to see more. Everyone's gonna want to see more. We're gonna see more. There's a lot more to see. July 10th at the Harris Center, and it's it's the biggest premiere I've ever done by far, like times 4 probably. So most of my premieres have had 200 people. Now this is gonna have 900 people in the seats. So so it's big, Tom. Like this is big. Like we're going big, and I put a lot of pressure on myself too because I'm like, hey, I want to make a really good movie, and I want people to really like it, and I want people to follow up with it and actually show up, and that's why I do all this, right? So, but yeah, it's gonna be a great movie. But yeah, the script is done, and it's gonna be great. We got people saying, can you get distribution for your upcoming movie? I hope so. I really hope so. I really hope so. That's the idea. Yeah, that'd be great. But at the same time, if we sell out our movie premiere, we'll make enough money to not need distribution. So how about that? Right? So anyway, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We went an hour and a half, which I think is fair.
Yeah, it flew by. It flew by.
It did. It flew by completely. Tom, I'd like to thank you guys so much for Tom. Tom is the man. Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much, Tom, for being the co-host with the most. If you guys want to follow him at.
We'll talk about that soon too. I'm kind of rebranding right now, and I sent you a little video about a week ago in the middle of the night. I don't know if you
About a week ago. Okay.
Yeah, kind of giving you what my goals and my plans are for the coming year, and I'm excited.
Awesome. I'm excited too. Guys, if you guys aren't excited yet, get excited. Subscribe to Hey Ho Studios. Click that like button and ask a question for Tom, and then we'll ask him next week. Okay? All right. Thank you guys. This has been Movie Night, the night where we talk about movies. We're going live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you guys so much, and good night.